Folks, welcome back to another episode, a special episode actually, of Compas F.C. I'm Fernando Ramirez, Eddie Rodriguez, J.C. Cervantes joining me. Obviously, I say special because, guys, this doesn't usually happen. I mean, having a Europa game that really everybody has to behold two behemoths, obviously, in the world of soccer, Barcelona, Manchester United, to get that in the Europa League is not very common, and to get it obviously in the round of 16, obviously that's even crazier. So definitely some exciting stuff happening right now. But first off, how are you guys doing? Eddie, how are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I'm on my Ballon D'Or, sniff right here. So talk about that. We'll talk about that.
JC, how are you doing?
Yeah, next question. This man's crazy. Ballon d'Or. Oh,
This
wow.
man's hot. This man's
We
hot.
just
All
started the
right.
year.
Excuse.
We just started the
So
year. But another day
obviously
in paradise for me. So here we go.
so
Shout out
obviously
Fabrizio.
Manchester United, Barcelona tied 2-2. First half seemed like Barcelona had most of the control of the game. Manu was kind of holding it down on defense. Second half, that's when the goal started. Obviously, the goal happens in the 50th minute, and you're kind of like, oh, is this it? Like, is this the goal that's going to turn the game for Barcelona? No, quickly Marcus Rashford answers. They tie up the game. Madrid. Manchester United goes up 2-1, and then obviously Rafinha scores what I would say is a lucky goal. Just a little,
Cheap.
just an interesting goal between the legs and everything. Then obviously there was some controversy. What would there be any good soccer games without a little controversy? But yeah, the game ends up 2-2. They now go back to Manchester United. But guys, Eddie, let me start off with you. What did you think of the matchup?
Exciting, thrilling. I think we were talking about on the last podcast that we're looking forward to the Europa League match over the Champions League matches. And this is why two goals each, a great game back and forth. Lots of controversy surrounding the referee and the decisions he took during the game. And again, a game of two halves where the first half it looked like Barcelona were in complete control of the game. Second half, it was all Manchester United, and Barcelona were able to squeak out the tie. Um, as Fernando's playing up the ratings here. Um, where's Lewandowski? Like, what's going on? He's not playing Elche, so he just turned into from Lewandowski to who? I don't know. Marcus Rashford continues his sensational form. Scored another goal and assisted another. Kunde was in shambles. I don't know what JC was talking about last time.
I don't know. Your boy was hiding in his
But
pockets, bro, as I
unfortunate
projected.
goal
But whatever.
that
The
came
whole first
in due
half, he was hiding there.
to a cheap cross by Rafinha, and Lewandowski kind of like body fainted and went through
Mm,
Varane's legs. That's
hmm
unfortunate.
That's one
And
way to look at it for sure.
we can dissect this game a little more right now. Just want to know what JC thinks about
I
Rashford's
hope
form.
so. Oh yeah.
JC, JC, what did you think
I
about?
mean, I've said it and I'll say it again. The guy's past due on all of this that he's doing. It was, and I'm not the only one that thinks this. There's a video out there of Roy Keane who thought he also peaked a couple of years back. The man's past due on payments. This is just him catching up to what he was supposed to be doing. There was a longest time where he carried the nickname of Rationaldo, and with good reason. Before he took on the 10, he was also showing a lot of a lot of talent and a lot of potential, but he definitely fell off once he first received a 10. A lot of off the field, things here and there, but not taking away from what he did today. He finally showed up in a big game where we definitely needed a striker to change the game. Weghorst 6.3 is a little bit rough. I feel like he definitely did a lot of things off the ball to go ahead and change the game. Casemiro in the midfield, that's United. Once you get a real six there, a real guy to hold down the midfield, you're going to see a lot of changes, a lot of things. But Luke Shaw playing center back definitely surprised a lot of people. Rashford showed up and decided to play finally against a defense who really didn't have much going on. Marco Alonso playing center back. You see Xavi trying to steal a page from Ten Hag's book there, where you put a left right back, but it doesn't always work for everybody. He only got the 7.4 because he scored a goal, but not much going on there. I'm a little frustrated to see that we gave up the result. We were winning 2-1. Definitely should have tied it down a little bit, but a lot to take away, a lot of positives to take away from this game, definitely for sure for United. You went head to head, toe to toe versus a Barcelona team who's definitely still in a rebuilding stage. You got some cheap goals scored on you because De Gea can't save a goal to save his life.
Oh, now it's De Gea's fault that it went through
oh,
Varane's legs. Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
it's not De Gea's fault that they scored on the first post.
All
It's
right.
not De Gea's fault.
First goal, I'll give it to you.
Keeper
First
post?
goal, I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Exactly.
But the second goal, that's a little unfair. It's a little unfair to criticize a guy. How many saves did he make, though? How many saves did he make? How many saves did he make? How many saves did he make?
Finish? Can I finish?
All right.
Can I finish? Are you... I'm sorry for wanting a goalkeeper that's going to do his job and actually defend his box, but whatever. What do I know, right? Goalkeeper's the only guy that can play with his hands, and he refuses to. So that's why we went down. That's why we got 2 goals scored on us. But that's the story of the game. Could have got a win here, but Ten Hag will take the tie. Didn't lose away, and definitely it was our game to lose. I feel like at the end of the day, you coming in with all the momentum. Barcelona likes to talk about all this and all that. 11 points clear of, 11 points. How many points clear of Real Madrid exactly?
8.
Sorry, I said 11. That's a lie. But 8 points clear, and that's just one bad week away from Real Madrid being right back in them. And no Dembele. Surprised to see that they scored
4th game that he missed through injury.
Exactly, and another one to come very soon. But I think it's going to be a tough matchup for them at Old Trafford. We'll see him out on the flip side. But we got the bigger upside. We missed half a team because of injuries and yellow card accumulations. But they're not ready for the second leg for sure.
Obviously, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know how you guys saw it. In the second half, I think Casemiro really, I think that Madrid hate for Barcelona kind of came out, and he really put his stamp on it in the second. I know, and that's the thing, and that's what I tell people. Like, yes, Casemiro gave up some plays where you're like, dude, what are you doing with the ball passing? But when he's aggressive, he's aggressive. Why do you think Gavi got that second yellow card? Casemiro was frustrating Gavi, like, and the dude committed a childish foul, and that's when he got the and you could tell the ref did not want to give him that second yellow. Why? Because that would affect the status for next week. Bad that he got hurt. Bad that he's now out for probably next week. Busquets, they don't know if he's going to be back next week. So there's a lot of injuries on this Barcelona team, and now because of Gavi and his little childish outburst, because let's be honest, Gavi was flopping the whole game. Like, you could tell every time he would get touched, he'd go down. So obviously, and the ref was falling for it at times, but I really thought Casemiro kind of put his stamp on the defensive side in the second half. And I thought that's when they were able to clamp down on some of the stuff that they were doing. But really, I thought Casemiro showed a lot of grit. And like I said, I know he passes the ball and sometimes he does a lot of stuff that is frustrating, but I thought he was also a key piece of Lewandowski not going crazy. Varane, again, I thought Varane kind of had Lewandowski in his pocket a little bit. So I thought Varane and Casemiro had a strong game there as the center back CDM kind of combo.
Yeah, I mean, you hinted at it that sometimes he gives away the ball cheaply, and I think that led to a goal. That's where Rafinha ended up crossing the ball, and then led to a goal. And I understand that, but he did impose himself on these kids, on Gavi, especially. Gavi was swapping all around, and I'm surprised that the referee didn't take quicker action to that. And it was actually awarding him the fouls. So, we're talking about controversy, and we're talking about things that changes the game. That's part of it where, you're not respecting these tackles that players are making, and you're giving the I would say the flopper the benefit of the doubt. But on top of that, on the other side of the ball, we're looking at Marcus Rashford in a 1v1 situation, clearly gets knocked, whether it's outside the box or inside the box. That's not the question. The question is it a foul? Yes. And is it a red card because it's an obvious goal scoring opportunity? In my opinion, it's definitely a foul and it's definitely a goal scoring opportunity. It's a straight red to the defender.
But
the referee
Eddie, let me ask you real quick.
What is the criteria that UEFA uses to choose these referees? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Let me ask you real quick, though. Do you feel like that's why they didn't give the handball on the other side? It was kind of like a makeup, like, hey, we messed up on this one. That's why they didn't give the red card when they thought Fred had touched it and it rolled down his arm.
And I hate to say that's the case, but maybe, right? The referee probably felt that he lack of a better term, he fucked up the last call. So now he has to compensate and do the same thing on the other side, right? So, I know Xavi was complaining about it after the game. But Ten Hag
He
was
said 2.
livid.
What was the other
when,
one?
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, but Ten
all of
Hag
a
was
sudden.
livid on the touchline.
Yeah, the
when
slide
Rashford
tackle
went
on
down.
Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, everybody was asking for a foul on that, but it was all ball, all clear.
It was
That's
all
a
ball.
good Premier League,
I
and
remember that one.
That's a great, defender tackle. That I made a living off of that for sure. I'll tell you
Jordi
right now.
Alba was flopping on that tackle.
Oh, left and right.
Wan-Bissaka went in hard. That's what he's known for. That's why they call him the Spider. Because when he lunges into these tackles, 9 out of 10 times, he's getting the ball. And
like 9.8 out of 10.
Yeah,
because
it
this
was
is
a
like
crazy tackle.
Ridiculous. He's the only guy that can make that play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if Dalot's in that position, he's giving away the penalty.
And it's not even Wan-Bissaka that said it. It was from Crystal Palace. What's his name? The left winger. Come on,
Saha.
man. Yeah, there you go. Saha said he's the only one that can do that tackle from behind, and he just scoop it out. And that's just another casing and showing why Wan-Bissaka is definitely, you don't go and rate him and say he's the best right back in the world, but he's definitely a top talent defensively. He can't maybe come out playing the way you would
gaining his form
anticipate.
again. I say is what under Ali he looked great, and now when Ragnick came in, he looked like he was outside of the squad. Ten Hag comes in, he's still not getting the reps he's needed, but he buckled down. He did some personal trainings. He's trying to improve his offensive game, and because his defensive game, his defensive acumen was never in question. The guy's a stud when it comes to defense. He's a lockdown.
I didn't think Sancho had a bad game.
Oh, not at
all. No, not at all. He looked lively, for sure.
Yeah, I thought this was the best game since coming back.
It could have made a lot more of the chances he had. He had that 1v1 in the first half, but that's just what happens when you haven't been playing and it's your first game back in a big situation, and you really can't take too much away from him. He tried the shot. You definitely wish for a better chance on goal. Maybe drive the laces to it or test the goalkeeper a little more instead of trying to finesse it down to the side. But hey, at least he tried it. It could have been a lot worse. He could have passed it off. He took his chance in the box.
JC, do you agree with SofaScore that De Gea was the better goalkeeper on Thursday?
Is smoked. No, I mean you saw 2 goals.
Are you serious? All right.
The first goal wasn't cheap.
Countless times sniffed out.
The first goal wasn't cheap.
It was cheap. 100%,
exactly.
I'll give you that.
So 7.8
is not just concede. A cheap goal to concede. It's justified because he kept Man United in the game, especially when Barcelona took over the momentum.
He did. Okay, it was him by himself for sure. He kept them in the game.
I'm trying to help you out.
I'm trying to help you.
You need help.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you and tell you there's more to life. You want to have for who knows why, but
Man United legend.
JC, don't lower the bar. Don't lower the bar.
Man United legend.
We have real legends. That man never won anything.
He's won a premiership.
There was talk.
He's won Europa League.
What?
There was talk. Okay. There was talk at the beginning of this episode about Ballon D'Or, certain individual. Do you feel like Marcus Rashford is there?
No, nobody on either team should even be in the talkings of a Ballon D'Or matchup. No, stop.
Look, it's a little soon to start making that, call.
The season literally started last month. They just gave the
Ballon d'Or conversation.
They just gave it to Benzema, but you already want to dismiss Benzema and give it to Rashford. All right. Come on, guy. Like, Benzema wasn't digging Madrid out of the freaking barrel, bottom of the trenches, PSG down.
Benzema, right? Obviously, I'm not arguing that. But I'm saying for this coming year,
it's not even close.
Sir Marcus Rashford,
not even close.
Continues in this form. If Manchester
United want to talk about goal versus last place
gets them to finals, winning finals, he's gonna be in the conversation. He has to be.
God, you want to compare goals versus Brighton to goals versus PSG in the highest of stages? Don't stop. Stop right there. Don't compare the two.
Don't be mad that the kid's been in sizzling form.
Guy,
one of the hottest strikers in Europe, left wingers, whatever you want to say. The guy's hot. Man's hot.
Right.
Man's hot.
Goals versus
crazy,
Brighton.
My guy.
Goals
These are goals that win you games. These are not your Lukaku goals where he's scoring against these smaller clubs and he scores in this. And the goals he score don't matter. Marcus Rashford's goals have mattered. They've been game-winning goals.
Where's the list?
Without his goal here or his assist, Man United would be losing the
Wolves,
game.
Everton,
Come on, man.
Brighton,
Guy's in the
Brentford.
form of his life, and you want to hate. It's crazy.
Come on, my guy. Bottom 13
Wow.
table teams. Bring
Wow.
up the metric.
Your boy Kunda's in shambles. Rashford out here running amok.
Your boy Rashford was hiding in his pocket for 45 minutes.
No, he wasn't.
And Ten Hag had to switch from sides because the man didn't know what to do. They put Araujo on him, of all people. Araujo.
That's your boy.
Oh
you rate him too. It's crazy.
De Gea was anonymous for 45 minutes.
Look at you. Look at you.
I mean, Rashford was De Gea. Right, they're both of them.
This guy don't know who to hate. He's mixing both of them. He don't know who to hate. He hates on Rashford.
They're both equally terrible.
Equally
terrible. Equally terrible. Rashford is
so
because he wears number 6.
All right, since they
but he's
since
A6. Respected position.
Since they came back from the World Cup, he has scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 goals since December 21st.
Person has scored more goals in the top 5 leagues since the World Cup than Marcus Rashford.
Mm-hmm.
He's only
and
had
how many were bottom feeders?
He's only had 3 games where he didn't score any goals. Only 3 games where he hasn't scored anything.
Plain and
simple.
So
okay, I'll give you. Okay, I'll buy in. Burnley, Nottingham Forest, Wolves,
trash.
Bournemouth,
trash.
Everton,
Wolves, game-winning goal. Everton,
trash.
Goal.
Manchester City,
goal.
Arsenal,
not a game-winning
goal.
Forest, win that game.
Trash. Crystal Palace, Leeds, and Barcelona.
Trash. Okay. Barcelona.
The guy is running amok.
Man City.
In your head,
Arsenal.
Free.
3 goals. 3 goals versus quality opposition, but you want to give him the Ballon d'Or for scoring out Brighton and Brentford.
I'm not
saying
give him the Ballon d'Or.
You just said it.
Now you're gonna go back. He's sneaking his way into the conversation.
Go back. No,
is he going to be in the conversation if he continues his form? Absolutely.
Negative.
I'm not saying give the guy the Ballon d'Or.
That's what you just said.
That'd be madness.
That's what you just said.
That'd be madness. No,
that's what you just said. You just literally disrespect every Ballon d'Or winner ever by saying give this guy the Ballon d'Or.
You're twisting my words.
Do you feel like?
No, I'm not.
Do you guys feel like
he doesn't rate?
Do you guys feel like Xavi and Barcelona gave up a big opportunity to go to Man U with a lead? Like, I kind of feel like they kind of let themselves down. Like, obviously, it's a 2-2 in my opinion. It's a win for Manchester United. I think Barcelona
was playing with 12 players the entire time.
Exactly, but what I mean is
for you to be in another controversial game when there's a report coming out alleging that you have been paying referees to get favorable calls, and the stats don't lie. So, come on now.
And then not only reports, but reports versus peak Barcelona. Come on now. Come on now. And who
we could have this conversation another day.
Your boy Pep
right now.
Your boy Pep was coaching.
I never rated Pep in his first Champions League win.
Yeah.
We all remember what happened to Chelsea.
Yeah.
They got robbed.
Defended them last
completely. I didn't defend them last podcast.
Yeah, you rated them last podcast. You rated them
last podcast.
Yeah, all right. Run the tape.
So
I
threw an asterisk in there, and I said, not me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not me. I said,
not me.
Might throw them in there. I don't.
Yeah.
So shambles. Shambles.
But obviously, you guys this is a favorable going back
definitely.
To now Manchester United.
If Barcelona were gonna win a game, it's gonna be this one. They don't go to Old Trafford with their heads held high. Frankie de Jong, don't pick up the phone. You can stay.
Spanish teams can't do it in a rainy night in Stoke.
They can't.
By the way, the Univision announcers kept on bringing up, when Barcelona thrashed Manchester United for the one where Chicharito played in that Champions League game.
They lost 2-1.
They were talking about the game that Rashford was missing all the goals left and right, bro. You guys remember we were at Wild Wings watching that game, and I called the goal.
Yeah, we were.
I said they're gonna pass it to the back left post, and what's gonna happen? Rashford's gonna miss it. Boom! First 15 minutes, Rashford missed it. And this is why I keep saying he's past due on all these goals because the guy has been anonymous for years, bro. Ever since he took on the 10th position, he's more worried about things off the field than on the field. One season back and he's doing his job and everybody wants to lose their hat, and now Ballon D'Or. Oh my God, give me a break. He's doing his job. Relax.
He's doing it.
He's barely living up to the wages he's getting paid. He's still past due on payments to this club. He is in debt.
You know who owes this club is Paul Pogba. He owes this club a lot. And
he's not even on the team.
The type of players you be rating, guy. Like players that gave nothing to the club.
My guy, he won the last Europa League for this team.
Come on, man.
The last relevant trophy.
Jose Mourinho fired.
Who won the last relevant trophy?
Horrible.
Who won the last relevant trophy?
Rashford's at 25-7.
No,
25 goals,
is
7
he 25-7?
Yeah,
I thought he was at 22-7 or 22-8.
No, well, you know what? They're counting his 3 goals in the World Cup.
Yeah. So 22-8.
That sounds about right.
He's already equaled his best tally under Oli, which was 22 goals. I think he had like 10 assists that season. So the guy's running amok. Who can stop him? Looks like no one can stop him right now.
And you want to talk about all these
give
goals,
the guy credit where credit is due.
5 competitions.
That's all
I
gotta say. Give the man. Manchester United play a final at the end of this month. You think Rashford's gonna score in that final? I think so.
We'll find out. But definitely, it was Barcelona dropped the ball on this one. They definitely should have took away the result and gone into Old Trafford with a lead, especially with the extra player on their team. But at the end of the day, United keeps on fighting. They're starting to recover that culture of fight till the end. And you saw it. We got scored in the back end of the game because, players got tired on the defense, whatever you want to call it. You want to defer the blame from somebody who's supposed to man their box, but whatever. Barcelona's game to lose. They almost did multiple times. We were up, and it's going to be a good game back at Old Trafford.
Man, and you know who's going to be at Old Trafford? Man U's 12th man, Fergie.
Hey, that's a loud club. If they get the lead early,
he's going to be there.
It's going to be
loud. He was at the game today, I think. Actually.
Oh, really?
He was there. Nani was there. Ronaldinho made an appearance.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nani. Thanks for reminding me. Rashford don't even close to what Nani's done for the club, but whatever. All right. I still rate Nani higher than Rashford. That's
okay. You can do that. That's fine.
That's okay because it's fact, and you want to give the guy Ballon D'Or, but won't give him
Nani was extremely inconsistent at Manchester United. What are you talking about?
Now we're gonna bash Nani.
No, I'm not bashing him. I'm just telling you the truth.
Now we're gonna bash Nani.
Yeah, and Rashford wasn't. Never reached his full potential.
Oh, Rashford has.
Player, yeah. Of course
the guy looked like he picked 3 years ago, bro. Relax.
Come on.
Don't speak on Nani now. No stones if you live in a glass house.
Obviously, next week is going to be an exciting week. J.C. and Eddie, we got. Well, I had it right here. Oh, here we go. First off, Tuesday, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Champions League. Frankfurt and Napoli. That's Tuesday. Wednesday is Leipzig at Man City. We already know all about that. Inter and Porto on Wednesday as well, and then Thursday, obviously the second leg of this game, which is Barcelona Manchester United. So I think next week should be a lot more exciting in terms of Champions League. Obviously, this game had it all: the Manchester United versus Barcelona. I think next week should be an interesting week in Champions. I don't know what you guys, JC, what do you think?
No, definitely. I feel like this game definitely brought all the firepower, I guess you could say, right, for lack of a better term on the spot, that we were anticipating from Champions League. We were really expecting this kind of back and forth play, open field between a Bayern and a PSG, maybe a Benfica and a Bruges could have, done a little bit more to just kind of play a more offensive game. But between all the games that we've seen in the last 2 days, this has probably been the most entertaining one, without going too deep into all the other results that happened today. In the Europa League, I feel like Europa League kind of showed up Champions League, but Champions League at the same time, it's more strategic. You have to play a specific way. You have to play for the second leg.
The is PSV 3-0.
Hey, and that was a big one to watch right there. Camp Sevilla show up again. They make
your boy didn't show up. What's his name? From
the
Mexico.
Europa League is Sevilla's competition. We know that.
Who?
No, what? Your boy didn't show up. What's his name? Damn. What's the name, Eddie? From Mexico. No, for PSV. No, for PSV.
Oh, El Burrito?
Oh no,
my
my
boy?
bad. No, he plays at Ajax. I was
No,
thinking about
yeah.
the dude at Ajax.
Yeah, those
Oh,
are
Edson? That ain't my
those
boy.
are-
Edson.
that's that guy's right there. Over there.
Ain't
Hold
my
on. Look at
boy.
this camera thing,
Hell
right?
no.
The fingers
Hell
all
no.
messed up, but
Don't
that's
start,
that
bro.
guy over here.
Look,
How do
I know
get over there?
Fernando's he's excited to see if Salah finally gets his revenge on Real Madrid, right? You know,
I keep on hearing about it, JC. For years I've been hearing about the revenge that Salah's gonna get on Real Madrid. And ¿dónde está? I haven't been able to find it. I haven't been able to see
Liverpool right now is fighting for a Europa League conference spot. So, you know,
Salah?
I don't think
Where's
they're going
Salah?
to be fighting for any
Salah?
Champions League medal anytime soon. I'm just saying, Real Madrid lives in his dreams and in his head rent free. Still waiting
They've
for that.
played 4 times. They've played 3 or 4 times since that
it's
game,
never been
and
close.
he always mentions it. Like
It's never been
He's
close.
waiting for his revenge, man.
last year he mentioned it. And it's like, dude, Sergio Ramos isn't even on this team. Like, why are you still mentioning? Like, go play PSG. Go play PSG, and then try and get your revenge there. But next week, Eddie,
he's got to go join Monaco.
We should expect a thriller next week as well from this matchup.
I don't see why not. I think you're going into this game and both teams are I won't say playing well, but you know, playing at a certain level that's expected of teams in the Champions League. So
I meant Barcelona, Man U.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this Real Madrid Liverpool team or game. I think Real Madrid are going to steamroll over Liverpool. Liverpool's in a bad situation right now. Horrible league position.
Thiago, bro.
They're not playing well. Too many thumbs up. Too many thumbs up. Yeah, no, we're not worried about that game. I think the game to worry about and look out for is the Barcelona versus Manchester United. Leipzig versus Man City. Man City always get favorable matchups. I wonder why. Napoli, an exciting team to watch. One of the best in Europe. Osimhen over there. What a guy. What a stud.
The best in Italy. Respect.
Chucky Lozano looks like when he gets his opportunities at Napoli, he's capitalizing.
Politano, Di Lorenzo. The list goes on.
They got a squad out there. So it's an exciting week for sure. A lot of great games. A lot of matchups that we want to see, and we'll cover it all here.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much again for checking out. This was a shorter episode just because we wanted to break down. I mean, we had a lot to talk about the Barcelona, Manchester United. Next week, we will be breaking down all 4 games of champions and probably doing the same thing, a special 20-25-minute clip of the Barcelona, Manchester United game, breaking it down again. Obviously, go check out our episode this week, where obviously the guys break down the 4 Champions League games. And was Diego Coca the right decision for Mexico, or was it just another political hire by the federation? Don't forget to check out all the other things on the Compas on the Beat network. We got regular Compas where we break down the Super Bowl, what happened in Super Bowl 57. Do not forget, guys, next week there will not be a Compas on the Beat episode. We will be taking a week off before Gilbert and I have to go to Indiana for the combine, and then obviously what's a Bolts as soon as free agency starts moving a little bit more and we get closer to that, Dan and Diego and I will break stuff down, as well as House of the Horns. They'll be doing their thing over there. And then Combat Compas, obviously we're doing some stuff with the UFC, AEW, WWE, so there's some cool stuff coming. Hopefully we get to do some boxing as well, so there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. So don't forget, guys, thank you guys so much. For JC, for Eddie, thank you guys for joining me. And don't forget, be a compa, tell a compa. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend.